Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be exploring the flexible table block. So this is a real special one, just a block on its own that we're going to download and explore. It's not part of any library, but it's a very powerful block on its own. So let's get started by actually downloading and installing it. Let's head over to plugins, and if you don't have it installed, click on add plugin, and let's go ahead and search for flexible table. Okay, and it's going to be the one with the coolest logo, which is this flexible table block, and it's very self-explanatory. Let's click on install now, and as you can see, there are currently over 40,000 active installations. And one of the cool features of this is that you can customize the cells individually, just as if it were a spreadsheet. As you can see, it's activated now. Let's go ahead and open a brand new blank page to explore this block on its own. And one other cool feature that we've noted is that you can merge the cells by row or span within this block. And many block libraries will have tables that won't let you do that. So let's head over to our block inserter and let's search for flex. And here we go, flexible table. Let's drag and drop that into our workspace. Let's close this. And let's start off with this prompt. So to select multiple cells, we can hold Control and click on them while we're editing, and hold Shift to select the whole range. Now we can add a footer section and a header section. We'll just stick with the header section. We'll put 4 columns and 3 rows, not including the header. Let's click Create Table, and here is our table. Now we have our global settings here. And how should we do this? Probably the best way to start off with is how this actually works. Meat and bones of this. All you have to do to add content is to just click on it, just like editing this on a spreadsheet like Excel or Google Sheets, and just typing in your data. And now, as you can see, we have populated our cells with data. And if I click off, you can see this is how it's going to look like on our site. And if I click on it again, it's going to give us all of these extra tabs. Now, what else shall we look for in a table or a spreadsheet? Well, how do we add cells and rows and columns? Now, this one, you can see that when we clicked on it, we have these dots here. And once we hover over them, they'll turn into plus icons. Now, you can see we can add a column before. We can add a header row after. Alternatively, we can go down to the next one and we can add another row before. And if we were to select on this, it selects the on these arrows, it selects the whole column, and we can just delete the whole thing. Similarly, we can select this and then delete the whole one. Alternatively, we have our mini menu over here, and we have edit table. And if we click on a cell, let's say letter A, we can add a row before this. After this, we can delete the entire row. And as an example, let's hold Control, select the cells that you want, and we can merge these cells. That's going to be B. And similarly, if we selected these 2 cells beside each other and merged them, they're going to be merged like that. Now, let's take a look at our settings in the right-hand sidebar. Now, we have global settings, and we have table width, maxed width, cell borders, right? Click on this, save settings, see how it looks like. Okay. We have cell styles, so the text color, we'll keep it at that. But for this one, let's make it dark green. Okay. And then we have our border width. We can change our cell border styles. We can make this green. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and select a different color. Let's make it light blue, just so it's visible. And we can change our default text alignment. And this is going to be global for everything. We have our responsive settings here. You can select the ratio between desktop and mobile. And we have some other options here. You can see keep all content when merging cells, as you've seen earlier. We had them just merge into, I think this one was B. And if you enable that, you keep all of your data. So this is just an example. We'll just keep it on this just so that it's easier to see. Next, we have table settings, fixed width and table cells. We can set the ratios of these. We can have a fixed header or fixed first column, fixed table cells. You can see it changes over there. We can stack them on mobile depending on the resolution. These are responsive settings. We can select our table width, and then we can have our maximum width over here, right? I'll reset this 5% to 50%. We can change padding over here, table border style, right? For this, and it's going to be for the entire table, not necessarily the cells. You change the border color just to make it a bit more seen. There you go. And we also change the cell borders from here. Next, we have cell settings. Now, if we selected, let's say, B over here, right, we can change the font size to maybe 25, and it's a bit bigger, probably 50 pixels, okay? And we can change the cell text color to be white, and let's change the background color to be something a bit more bright. And we can change padding and the border radius for this one. Let's make it 20. You can see it rounds it out. And similarly with G, let's go down over here. We can change the text alignment. And let's make the color of this black or like dark. And we'll make this one red. Okay. And then now we can also add header attributes to this. We also add a caption to this, but it's not really that important. If we click on this, we'll have a caption. This is our test flexible table. And so far we have the settings for the individual cells and the whole table itself. But how about rows? Let's go ahead and click on this, right? On this arrow, and you can see this whole column is selected, and you can see we now have multi-cell settings. Now we can change the specific width of this, right, in proportion to the whole thing, and we can also change the text color for everything, right? We can also change the background color for everything, and it changes it for all. So let's go ahead and undo that. Okay, I'll make this like a bit wider, just because we can do that. And then the same for a entire row. We can select the proportion for the width. Okay, and let's go ahead and publish this and take a look at how it looks like on our live site. And let's view the page. And here we are. There is our flexible table. You've seen that we can change the global colors. We can change how many columns and rows, how to add and remove them. We can change the individual settings for each cell, but at the same time, we can also change multi-cell settings for columns and rows. And you've seen that we can merge them and make a really cool flexible table that you can't really do with other block libraries. So there you have the flexible table block. Very special, very cool. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey, if you found this video helpful, be sure to check out one of our other videos, or go ahead and check out our channel and subscribe to see more content like this.